was, sê ek weer.
Baie mooi.
Mooi hou.
Hey, hier kom 'n hole in one. Wow. Baie mooi, Pierre.
Okay.
Today's question is there the right way of reacting to a hole-in-one? Now, obviously, when you hit a hole-in-one, it normally comes out of the blue, and it's more a reaction, a sort of a impulsive reaction. You don't have much time to think of how you should react. But I do think that the best way to react to a hole-in-one is to just show some modest joy out of your stroke of good luck. Unfortunately, you know, I've had two official holes in one and one unofficial hole in one where I got it at Massey course. And my reaction on those occasions were not good. So hopefully, you know, you guys can learn from my reaction. But the hole-in-one on the unofficial hole-in-one at the Massey course, what happened was that I played with my brother-in-law Jan at this Massey course in late afternoon, and it was getting quite dark at some stage, and we couldn't follow the flight of the ball anymore. We could see, okay, there's the flag more or less in that direction, but we couldn't see the ball travel through the air. And what we did is to call out, okay, 10 meters to the left, 10 meters to the right, short, long, whatever. And it was uncanny how accurate we were. You know, we would call out and go and search in that area and find the ball immediately. But in any event, on this one particular hole, I hit the ball and immediately called out to Jan that was the perfect strike. That is, if that's not in the hole, then it's within a meter of the hole. So Jan gave me sort of a mocking laugh and said to me, like, in your dreams type of thing. And as we were approaching the green, I couldn't see the ball within a meter of the pin. So I immediately walked straight to the hole. And yes, indeed, there was my ball. So I retrieved the ball out of the hole, flicked it into the air with a twirl, and caught it, and like walked off with a swagger like an arrogant prick. And and yes, not the most gracious way to react to a stroke of good luck. But that, believe it or not, was not the worst reaction to a hole-in-one. My first hole-in-one ever, official first hole-in-one, I scored at the Malmesbury Golf Club long time ago in 1994. And what happened on that day is it was a club competition, a single stable fit, and we had like a shotgun start, and we started on the fifth hole. So we reached the eighth tee box, but there was still a group in front of us. They were still busy on the green, and so there was a bit of a hold up. So now I'm completing my scorecard, and we are waiting. And I noticed on my scorecard that you know, I started with a 1 pointer on my first hole, a 2 pointer on the second, a 3rd pointer on the third. So now I'm joking with the guys, my playing partners, that you know, if I want to progress like I've been doing, I need to score a hole-in-one in the next hole, you know, shortish par 3 where I didn't stroke for a 4-pointer. So the one guy that we were playing with, Francois Brink, he told us about a year ago he had a hole-in-one on that same hole. And so now we're talking about his hole-in-one, and the main question was that, Francois, but how much did it cost you to pay everybody a drink afterwards? And he said, oh, that almost ruined him financially. But he added that when he scored his hole in one, he was absolute wreck. His legs were like jelly, and he couldn't play for the rest of the round. For the rest of the round, he only scored about 3 Stableford points afterwards. The rest of the 9-10 holes that he played. And anyway, the guys in front, they finished, and now they're walking up to the ninth tee box, up the little embankment, and I was first on the tee box, and so I hit the ball, and a decent shot, and it landed more or less where I wanted it to land, and it was rolling quite nicely towards the hole, and the next moment, boom, it went in. So now the guys on the ninth tee box, so now those guys, they came running down the hill, the embankment, and they were shouting and screaming and jumping up and down and going absolutely mad about the hole in one. And my playing partners too, they were jumping up and down and they were going absolutely bananas, and they were hitting me over the head, and I was like protecting myself, but I showed absolutely no reaction to the hole in one. My one playing partner even asked me, but what's wrong with you? Why don't you look happy? You've scored a hole in one, you don't even look happy. Now the truth was that I was thinking about Francois' story, where he couldn't play after his hole in one. And the only thing that went through my mind when the ball went into the hole was that, okay, now we'll see if you can play golf. So I showed absolutely no reaction to my hole in one. My focus immediately was on what was to follow. You know, my playing partners, they were so disappointed. I could see it in their faces. Here's a guy, they've been dreaming about getting a hole in one. Here's a guy that scores a hole in one and he's not even happy about it. So I really think that my reaction to my first hole in one was the worst reaction to a hole in one in the history of the game of golf. I don't know. Not good. Not something that I would recommend. Guys, when you get a hole in one, just be happy, please.